I hope by now you are thorough with the practicalities of a call option from both the buyer's and the seller's point of view. And if you are familiar with the call option, then understanding put options is fairly easy. The only change in the put option from the buyer's perspective is that the view on the markets should be bearish as opposed to the bullish view of a call option buyer. The put option buyer is betting on the fact that the stock price will go down, and in order to profit from this view, he enters into a put option agreement. In a put option agreement, the buyer of the put option can buy the right to sell the stock at a particular price irrespective of where the underlying stock is trading at. Remember, in trading, no one has the same view on markets. So whatever the buyer of an option is anticipating, the seller anticipates the exactly opposite, and that's how an efficient market exists. So if the put option buyer expects the market to go down by the expiry, then the put option seller would expect the market to go up or stay flat by expiry. A put option buyer buys the right to sell the underlying to the put option writer at a predetermined rate. Let's talk about it with the help of an example. Assume Reliance Industry is trading at rupees 850. A put option buyer buys the right to sell Reliance to put option seller at rupees 850 upon expiry. And to obtain this right, the put option buyer has to pay a premium to the put option seller. Now against this premium, put option seller will agree to buy Reliance Industries at rupees 850 upon expiry. But only if the contract is exercised. Only if the put option buyer wants him to buy it from him. Say on expiry Reliance is at 820. Then the option is exercised. So buyer of a put option can demand the option seller to buy Reliance at 850 rupees from him, which means the put option buyer can enjoy the benefit of selling Reliance at 850 when it is trading lower in the open market at 820 rupees. And whereas the put option seller will be obligated to buy Reliance at 850, and if Reliance is trading say 850 or higher in expiry, say 870, it does not make sense for a put option buyer to exercise his right and sell the shares at 850. This is quite obvious since he can sell it at a higher rate in the open market. So, an agreement where one obtains the right to sell the underlying asset at a predetermined price on expiry is called a put option. So the three takeaway points from this example is that the buyer of put option is bearish about the underlying asset, while the seller of put option is neutral or bullish on the same underlying asset. The buyer of the put option has the right to sell the underlying asset upon expiry at the strike price or the predetermined price, and the seller of the put option is obligated since he is receiving an upfront premium at the time of entering into the contract to buy the underlying asset at the strike price from the put option buyer if the buyer wishes to exercise his right. Thank you.